In this module, we are going to go over the File Manager. The File Manager is a tool used to deploy your configuration files and application files to DCCs in the field. To get into the File Manager, you will need to go to File, File Manager menu item. Click on Connect button to bring up the connection window. Since the IP address is in the configuration, normally all you need to do is specify the configuration file to use in the configuration pull-down, and then click the Connect button. However, if this is a new site and there is an existing deployed configuration file, you can select Manual Entry and put in the IP address of the specific DCC. You can find the IP address of that DCC using the front panel display on the DCC controller. If you have successfully connected, you will have two windows pop up. One is the connection status. Each DCC is referenced as an exchange in the list. If the text in the list is bold, then the exchange is communicating. If it is grayed out, then it is not communicating. The second window is the File Manager window, now showing it is connected. The left pane shows the files on your PC, while the right pane shows the files installed on the exchanges. If a file is shown in bold on the right pane, then it is installed on all the exchanges that are connected. If it is in gray, then only some of the exchanges have this file. When setting up a new exchange, a new DCC, the first step is to upload and activate an application operating software, also known as firmware, to the DXL system. The DXL systems are shipped with default firmware. You can enter the application file section by clicking on the application file bullet point at the top left. Like the configuration file section, the left side represents the files that are on your PC and the right represent the files that are on the connected exchanges. If you've downloaded a newer copy of the application file, you can import it to your project by selecting Import at the bottom of the File Manager window. Select the newest version of the firmware file shown on the left pane and click the Copy button. Wait for the copy to complete. If this is a new installation of the DXL Administrator, your system will flag firewall warning. Please accept and trust this on all networks. Please verify the file integrity of the transfer using the checksum in the middle section of the File Manager. If you select and highlight the file on the right-hand side, it'll display its checksum. Then select the file on the left-hand side. If the checksum's the same, then the transfer was successful. To activate the file, select the file name and select Activate. The system will prompt the DCC exchanges to reboot. Click Activate to do so. Note that the restart time of this system can be between 2 minutes and 10 minutes, depending on the size of the configuration file. After the DCC reboots, the File Manager will update. The file with the checkbox on the right side indicates which file is currently active. It should be the newly activated DXL application firmware. Now the configuration file can be uploaded and activated in the same fashion. Select the configuration bullet point at the top left, then select your configuration file from the left pane and copy it to the exchange. Take a moment to verify that the file transfer was successful by comparing the checksum of both files. Now select the file on the right-hand side and select Activate. This will prompt to reboot all the DCCs. When the system does come back, the File Manager will reconnect. Verify that there's only one checkmark on the right-hand side for both the configuration file section and the application file section, as more than one checkmark indicates that there's DCCs with different configuration or application files. They all have to have the same version in order for the system to function properly. The configuration files have now been uploaded and the system is ready to install and test. You can now close the File Manager and Configuration Editor on the PC